It's my pleasure to invite our next presenter, Mr. Chandrasekhar Bharti, Managing Director and one of the founders of ACE Micromatic MIT, which is part of the ACE Micromatic Group. The company's TPM track products help manufacturing companies improve their shop floor productivity and profits. I would request him to come on the stage.
Friends, good evening. I see a lot of friends here. So before I get started, may I ask how many of you are aware of what a CNC machine or a machine tool is? Show of hands? Okay. So one of the things that we have done at ACE Micromatic Group is, from almost 10 years ago, way before people even started to talk about IoT or IIoT or anything of this nature, we've always tried to see how to empower our users or our customers to utilize the machines much more productively, make more profits, and thereby grow their own businesses and the economy. So with that in mind, there's been a series of things that we've done over the last decade almost. And today I'm here to talk about something that we term Machine Connect. And I thank Mr. Raman and our group for giving us the opportunity to present this here. And this is the third year in a row that they have asked us to do it. So we're happy to be here sharing all this. I'm also here on behalf of Mr. Madhusudan. He's out sick. So whatever I'm presenting here is really thanks to Mr. Madhusudan and his team. Okay? Just a brief background. ACE Micromatic serves the discrete manufacturing industry. Well, I see a lot of speakers here and audience here who are from the process industry. The difference between that is process industries like the earlier speaker, NTPC or Petrochem, are really very large and driven by greenfield implementations. But in a discrete manufacturing industry, it is largely, in some cases, very small. It could be a person in a garage working with 2 machines, all the way to, say, an OEM like a Bajaj Auto or Hero Honda or whoever, some of the large manufacturers of automotives. Okay? What we do is, in India, we are the market leader in CNC machines, automation technology, and software related to this field. And the software company, which is called ACE Micromatic MIT, was the first mover in India in doing what is being called Industry 4.0 and IIoT today. Okay? That's just the context. Okay, let me stand here. Okay, bye. We operate pretty much all over India, and we also have plants in China now. The reason I'm giving you this context is to give you a lead-in into why Machine Connect was born. In the group, there are 5 OEMs, each focused on a particular type of product. And each of these products, we are number 1 in India with anywhere from a 45% to almost 80% market share as well. So we're a very dominant player with our ears very close to the ground. In addition to this, we have half a dozen companies where it's very representative of our customers. In fact, one of the companies was set up 35 years ago to really give a flavor for how our own machines would perform in the field. And here we make a variety of parts and sub-assemblies which go into either aircrafts or GE, or let's say medical scanning equipment, and so on. So Machine Connect and the software that I'm going to present today was really a kind of, to use an American expression, eating our own dog food. So if we do something, let's see what happens to that in the real marketplace. Okay? And why we do this is, our customers in India are spread across Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3 cities, all the way to small villages where an entrepreneur with a dream sets up a machine shop. So we need to serve a diverse category of customers in terms of not just the machinery, but also whatever else that we would put out in terms of software. So be very cognizant of what it means to serve anywhere from a 2 machine shop to a 2,000 machine shop like a Bosch or whoever. So, I mean, you're all experts in this, so I'm not going to dwell on this too much. If you look at the role of IT in manufacturing, at the periphery is the ERPs and SEMs and so on. Get a little closer into manufacturing itself. You have other software like PLM, PDM. But the real black hole till now has been the center of manufacturing operations, which is now being called differently, AMI and Industry 4 and IIoT and so on. This is the space that we really started off with, which is what TPM Track was as a product suite. Okay? Gives the enterprise visibility. So what we did as a journey is simply ask the question, how do we improve asset availability, utilization, and thereby profits? So in this journey, which we started almost 10 years ago, we were way ahead of the market, we realized. And initially, people would really ask us the question, is this even going to work? Is this of even any use to me? But when we started to really seed this to a lot of our customers, they realized that the real utilization was as low as 20%, 30%. Even though for ISO and other purposes, people would somehow get it to 75, 80%. So in a 24-hour day, the net rate of production was as low as a few hours. Okay? And then, just before the big recession hit, we had started to pick up traction. Then, of course, the recession hit, but still, we were able to sustain with some of the early adopter type crowd. You're all familiar with the technology adoption life cycle, right, of Gordon Moore, right? Then once the recession got over, we started to really seed this to a larger majority of consumers in the market. Okay? And a couple of years later, it has really picked up a lot of steam, where by then, probably on about 8 or 10,000 CNC machines, we had installed this software. Then came the migration from data collection hardware and software to software-only platforms, which is when some of the controllers made it possible to directly dig into the controls and harness a lot of data out. Okay? With that, we started to integrate a lot of these concepts into the controllers themselves to provide smart machine interfaces. Okay? What I'm going to talk about now is this Machine Connect OEM version, which we are populating with every one of the machines that we sell as part of the machine itself. Okay? Along the way, as we progress through this journey, our journey was validated by several different forums with the support that we got through these recognitions. And this is the suite of products that we developed over this decade or so, where it impacted everything from the acquisition to the analytics and very deep integration back into the MES type situation. Okay? In a variety of different production sources, direct data acquisition, and then connectivity to other systems as well. So conceptually, what was done is take all the data that's valuable to be taken from a production shop floor, including benchmarks. See, ultimately, if their machine is not making them money on a per hour basis, that's where they're hurting. Okay? So it's very important for these customers to even know whether they are making their what's called machine hour rate on an hourly basis. Okay? So our decision engine processes all of the data and provides them what they need to be doing on an hourly basis, a shift basis, and a daily basis. Forget about a post-mortem at the end of the week or the end of the month. Okay? This is getting it done right then and there. so that whether it is strategic, whether it's tactical, or whether it's sophisticated, and-ons and scoreboards and so on and so forth, we're able to really provide that end-to-end visibility and analytics as it fits the need of every hierarchy of the organization. So this is kind of the background to how Machine Connect came to be. So I just wanted to give you a context of how Machine Connect was born. This is one of the smart machine interfaces that got developed along the way, where an operator, without really, the NTPC gentleman talked about operator interfaces. So this is something that was enabled on a discrete machine itself, okay, which gave them whatever they needed to do right at the machine. Now, one of the pain points, and it appeared like a small thing, but it was a huge deal. One of the pain points was a lot of these kind of systems needed certain interventions from the operator time to time, which is a very different ball of wax at an SME versus a NTPC or a Bajaj Auto or a Hero Honda, right? So there is a big pain point of using such software or such systems for the SME. So a persistent pain point that we heard was, how can you take the operator out of the picture but still provide everything that's needed to run the shop? Two contradictory statements, right? But then we did a lot of design thinking. We literally engaged with dozens of SMEs and mid-sized companies and even large companies. And we really started to understand, how do we make that pain point go away? And with that understanding, again, these are some of the companies that have been our users on this software. So then we started to understand we needed to really impact a 360-degree perspective of the entire ecosystem. So what is that? One is the end user, where they need to make more money, bottom line, and more productivity. And as a byproduct, de-skill the operator so that they may set themselves up for faster, better, cheaper automation. Okay? We needed to also address the service provider. Let's say, for example, in our own group, there are about 500 people who provide service alone to our customers on the machines. Typically what happens, somebody calls saying that my machine is down or I'm not getting the right whatever from the machine. Typically what happens, somebody asks a few questions and then gets on their bike or car and goes to the site. So the machine is down for many hours. They do something, then they discover that they needed something else from the factory. They go back. So maybe a day is lost like that, right? So how do we really make the service productivity much higher? Faster, better, cheaper, compress the service cycle. Then the machine tool builder or the machine manufacturer themselves, we'd like to get much greater insight into the working and usage of our own machines so that it may lead to better designs, better performance, better output. And with this, we really developed this Machine Connect where the operator involvement was made zero, which is a big deal in collecting all this rich data and presenting all this rich data. Now, a lot of this is domain specific. I'd be happy to answer any questions, but just very briefly, this is an hourly run chart, which is very important for the end operator and the supervisor to know what's happening almost on an hourly basis. Am I meeting my hourly targets? And mind you, all this data is being harnessed without any input from anybody. Okay? And if there's multiple parts done on the same machine in the same hour, it's segregated and shown differently. Okay? And this is a analysis of the time. How much was operating, how much was cutting, how much was different categories of what the machine was doing. The same thing broken up by an hourly target. One of the pain points of discrete manufacturing is when there is a stoppage at the machine, no one knows. And that stoppage can extend to, I mean, not just 10 minutes, 30 minutes, 50 minutes, whatever it might be. It could be for a lot of valid reasons. But what we have found is empirically, 80% of those stoppages can be solved very quickly. These are all low-hanging fruit. If it is known, if it is published to the right person at the right time, it gets solved. So here, stoppages are automatically enumerated. And again, somebody could build a alerting mechanism around that, depending on what their needs are. The second is, in any of these discrete machines, there's a lot of alarms or alert conditions that get generated. Typically what happens, if there's an alarm, the machine stops. Then a specialist has to be called. The specialist may be available, may not be available that readily. And that takes time. So what we have done here is, we have enabled for every alarm category a detailed recipe. I'm sorry you're not able to read this well, but a detailed recipe of the steps involved to overcome that particular alarm category or alerting category, right? So what this does is, this could be very rich. It could be audio, it could be video, it could be just pictures. It could be an animation. Eventually where this is going to head is integrating AR and VR, Google Glass, whatever, right? For example, this was the first step, and this is the second step. So this becomes very easy for the end operator to solve himself or herself. Okay? The next is, a big area of concern is predictive maintenance on these complex machines. And in a CNC machine, there could be as many as 10,000 parts. Of course, not everything is a Class A, Class B part, but still, the Class A, Class B parts are critical, and if they go down, the machine stops for perhaps days. So how do we enable the end user to do that faster, better, cheaper? We have done a lot of work where we identify the critical components or the subsystems of the parts and provide a online indicator and an alerting mechanism behind that if required. And this is actually very complex work because it requires handshaking between the software, the machine, and different parts of the machine to really arrive at it well. Of course, right now this is implemented heuristically. The engine is getting better over time. It may never be 100% accurate, but if we can get to 90%, good enough, right? Similarly, preventive. With every machine, there's a book that goes out, like an encyclopedia. Nobody ever opens that book. And therefore, you really don't get the health of the machine being looked at in the way it is supposed to be looked at. So here what we've done online, there's preventive maintenance alerts that pop up and a recipe for handling that. Okay? The machine performance itself, different parameters, and then we try to do some statistical analysis on that and put an alerts mechanism around that. Okay? There's a lot of other domain-specific features, if you will, that's part of Machine Connect, all again with zero operator involvement. So this is the journey that we have come to now, and this journey is only going to accelerate. The velocity of innovation is going to accelerate. We're going to integrate different technologies as we move forward, as the customers can consume that. If somebody wants virtual reality, maybe that's something that we can talk about next year. Okay? So this is Machine Connect. Only to highlight where this is moving, and this whole ecosystem is designed to be integrated with any other automation system. Okay? So with this, I'd like to end, and if there are any questions, I'd be happy to do this. And During the, okay, fine, fine. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.